so we're working on our house, and I put it in my book, and I'm fine that it's covering like a lot of this. But what I want to make sure is that we have the house on both sides, right? So we want to have this on this side, and then we're going to glue it together with this part of the house in the middle. I have decided with the number of houses, with the number of windows I'm going to have in these houses and the bottom roof, and we have the entryway and all that, I am not going to emboss this big house. I just feel like that would be a lot. So everything else will probably be embossed with bricks and things like that, but this is going to have snow on it. It's going to have tons of stuff. And if I want to, do I want to? Oh, anyways, first things first. This is not the right size. This turned out to be the same size as the original roof I'd intended to do, but I think I'm going to either emboss that roof or do something. I'm not going to make it out of paper. So I can just come right along here and cut out this side piece for this roof. There we go. Okay. The reason this came up for me is I was thinking, okay, well, I can just stick these two together, right? And then stick it in here to provide stability. But then I was like, wait a minute, I'm going to have to cut out like 90% of this background, and I don't really want to do that. So we are going to kind of figure out where this house is going to be, right? So that's about where our house is going to be with our cupola. And I want kind of this main part, so I think I'm going to use, I know this is going to horrify some of you. I'm going to use this to kind of figure out where I'm going to cut out this flip page. Okay, because we're going to do that next, because that's going to help us make lots of our decisions. And normally I make my flip pages straight. I'm kind of a straight sort of girl, but this is a winter scene. Okay, now we need a cutting board. I know I have one around here. Okay, this is a wicked cool little cutting board that fits into my traveler's notebook, but this will be perfect for cutting this part out. And we have quite a few layers to go through, so we are just going to keep going around and around and around until we get through. All right, see that? Oh, and I'm going to have to get my granny glasses. And this edge doesn't have to be perfect because it's going to have snow and all kinds of stuff on it. All right, up here we're through. All right, you can see that we're through. I am going to cut this out and I will be back. So we have a big old hole in our middle page now. And this is where our house is going to go. But first we have to cut some holes in our house. They're not actual holes, they're windows. Okay, so first thing we want to do is look and see. Main top needs 5 windows across here. And I think, so we have bigger windows. Geez, I think we may have room for these bigger windows. Huh, what do you think? I think. Let's do one in the middle. And if you were one of those measuring people, you could measure this out. I just don't measure. I'm kind of a fly by the seat of her pants kind of gal. Okay, there we go. We're going to do that one in the middle. And there's going to be room for, the window frame is very small. And I want a little room for some ice or some stuff to hang. So we're going to do that there. Let's do this one. So if we need 5, let's go there. And like I said the first time, if you're a measury kind of person, measure your stuff. I am just not that measury. For this, because I don't think this will fit through the sidekick anymore, we're going to try something new. Yay, us. All right, I got the Spellbinders thing, die cutting machine. And it has flip outs, which was very appealing to me because my craft room is pretty small. So storing the Big Shot, I have it way over on the other side of my room because I don't really have room for it. So let's get this down. Let's get some plates. I got a magnetic mat, a magic mat, embossing plate, regular plate. We're going to try it first with 2 plates. Ooh, this is my magnetic plate. That's excellent. So what does this say? Wafer thin die, standard cutting plate. Oh, we need the plastic plate. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to look on here and we're going to see what it is. We have 2 standard cutting plates and the platform. So I'm checking to see if this platform is the same size as my magnetic Sizzix, and it is. Yay, us. And look, whoa, whoa, 2 beautiful new cutting platforms, or 2 beautiful new cutting plates. My other cutting plate is like 400 years old. Uh-oh, our thing moved. Let's put all this together. Roll, roll, roll. What is making that noise? I think it's just mad because it's using the new cutting plates, and we just need some nasty, nasty old cutting plates. Where are my old cutting? Okay, let's try this again. Whew. Okay. What happens if we do 1? Too little. What happens if we do 1 and the magic mat? Aha! Now we're going through. Oh, you have got to be kidding me. I think it's because I made it thick with the roof on. This is the last time I'll put the roof on before I try to die cut the little windows. Now, if this didn't work, oh no, we can get more pressure than this. Oh, there we go. Pop, pop. Okay, so that worked fine. I'm going to do the other windows and I will be back. So we have gotten those cut out. Put this in my junk bowl. I'm going to stop putting my hand over my candle. And again, we are going to cut these out because we're going to put frames on here. The man on the internet said cut the insides out and then you can put your frames on more easily. And this piece is open on the bottom so we can hook it to something if we want to. So I believe this is the frames. And this is the cool thing about the system that, oh, I didn't tell you about this. Girl Zoe made this system. I put this on, but she showed us how to make this system so that you could put all these windows in one place and all the dormers in one place and things like that. So I will put a link to that. And we are back to something realistic, our Sizzix sidekick. I like this so much better. Oops, I gotta find my plates. This is a professional operation, people. Oh my goodness. Stuff is sticking. Okay. So here we go. This is gonna be a lot easier because I went and got some mixed media black so I could make a whole bunch of black stuff. So, okay. So we only have one of these. We're going to cut this piece of paper as wide as this. And we're going to run this through 5 times. So I don't really care as much on this one about it being in the right place. So I'm not even going to worry about taping this down. Just make sure it stays on. We go through the Sizzix. We don't have to go all the way. Just one little pass. Pull out this. We'll pop out the windows in a second, and I'm just gonna do this 5 times. So I put my windows on this side, glued them on, and then I glued a little piece in the middle. Remember that was open because I put some glass in there, some mica in. I'm not gonna show you the same thing over and over again. I know you guys like to see every single step, but I've already showed you how I put mica in the dormers. If you weren't here for that one, it's number 2. This is number 3, where we cut out the stuff and then we build this house and then we stick it on. There's rules, people. All right, so I am gonna stick these windows on real quick here, and then we're gonna start thinking about how we're gonna set up the other parts of the building. And yes, you can watch, Nosy Parker. And I shake because I work on the computer all the time, and my wrists are really weak, and so when I do little stuff like this, I shake. There's nothing exciting. I don't have any fabulous conditions. I just work on the computer all the time. Because my real job is being a blogger. YouTube is just my for fun job. Okay, there we go. And if you don't want glue all over your stuff, use the release sheets and all that stuff. I personally just don't care. And number 2, I have to see as we go, after I have the roof on and the roof edges on and all that, if I care, if we want to put little frames on the windows. I'm kind of thinking yes. I think the frames are what really sells the whole thing. Look at how cute those frames are. All right, so let's keep moving. Move it, move it, move it. Okay, so on this one, we need our entryway, and we have a little door in there. So let's cut out our entryway. Let's see. Oh, this is hard to see. Okay, so this is, because I'm using the 2-dimensional version of this. It goes up there. Doink. It goes over here. It goes over here. And it goes, oh, you got to kind of get it. Oh, and you get it right in the light. It's really easy to see. And I have 2 entryways, one for the front and one for the back. So now we have to decide, do we want the entryway to be a little bit different so we can really see it, right? And then, so I don't know if you know this. I was a realtor in a past life, and I was really good at it. Except for people really care about their houses. Like if there was a missing switch plate cover, they would like cry. And I just can't have all that drama because they're 39 cents, you just buy a new one. But there was a lot of emotional support needed as a realtor, and I am not an emotional support kind of gal. Anyways, the reason why we're getting to this is that I really do like houses a lot. And where's that die? There we go. We always put our dies back. I think we should have some transom windows along this side. Transom windows on a door are like, say we actually took these and put them back, and then we cut little windows into them. What do you think? Too much? Too much for this one. We'll do this for another one. I'm a beginner. We're not going to try to go advanced at this stage. And if you're wondering if I'm going to do the I'm a beginner thing for a long time, yes. Yes, I am. I have been doing, well, let's do this one at a time. Is this straight? I have been doing magazine collage. That is not straight. Holy buckets. Who did that? A drunk sailor? Okay, we're going to cut this off and try to make this straighter. Anyways, I have been doing magazine collage for like 2 years straight, and every time I use the excuse that I'm a beginner. So you can imagine how long I am going to use the excuse of I'm a beginner with making little tiny houses. Okay, so we need a door. First off, let's tape our papers together so our door's in the same place. And let's see, do we have a door this size? Do you see doors? These are doors. These aren't doors. Where's the doors? Whew. All right, so we have to cut a door hole, entry doors. Okay, so tape these together. Will this go through? That will not go through the side kick, so we are going to have to grab the other one, this wide, right there. If you are horrified that I am not measuring where the middle, okay, we can measure this, look. So, we have a line there, we have a line there, this is right in the middle. I was as close as a human being can get without going over, and you were worried that I was going to screw everything up. It's really easy to fix any sort of mistake. Seriously. Okay, middle of this road. Do your plates. Cut that way. Ruh-roh. There we go. There we go. Did it go through both of them? I went through both of them. Uh-oh. Oh, it moved. Ooh, that's dire. Okay. Well, let's think about this before we panic. So first off, I can just make another bottom, right? Right. But can we fix this without panicking? We're going to have to put it through again anyways, and I think I'm going to use my magnetic mat. Usually I use my magnetic mat, but I'm glad this happened because you lot tend to have conniptions, and there's some things we need to think about. So first off, we have top roof. So top roof is going to take care of 90% of this problem, and it's also going to take care, and then we're going to have snow and stuff like that. So we're just going to ignore the fact that that cut wrong. Okay, we're not going to be nervous about it or nothing. See, once we put top roof on, we're going to be able to fix that. So that is, do we want to put top roof down to there? How does that impact entry? Oh, I kind of like entryway better that way. Okay, this is going to be a fortuitous accident. We are going to cut off right at this line. And if you're worried, right, if you're thinking that you're horribly worried about this, it's pieces of paper and it's a fake house. So I don't have any reason to be worried about any of it. I just don't want to glue these on. I just don't want to glue those on to the thing. Okay, magnet. This. Let's see if it'll stick. The magnet will stick. The magnet will stick. We're going to go middle. It's got to go over this way a little bit. We're going to do it right. Still a little bit. I like using the magnetic base for this exact reason. We're going to be very careful, but I think that is going to turn out to be a super happy accident, because that will make our house even smaller. And there we go. If it winds up that this one slides, we'll have to come up with a different solution, right? That one slid too. Gosh darn it. I wonder what, this is a brand new cutting machine. I've never used this before. And I am really surprised at how much, so what's happening is the cutting machine is pushing the die on the paper as it goes through. Maybe it's just I haven't had a really good cutting machine in a while. My Big Shot is super old. All right, so I don't have another paper pad of this abandoned. So we're gonna have to find something that is kind of reddish, kind of creepy. Not that. This I'm super excited about. We're gonna do the, ooh, how about that? No, that doesn't match. How about that? I'm kind of concerned now. Well, we taped the windows on real good. Maybe we are gonna try this again. We're gonna keep trying it till it works, but we're gonna tape the snot out of this thing. That will not go through my sidekick. Oh, wait a minute. If I get this a little skinny, okay, this is the people. So, this is what we're gonna do. We are gonna cut even a little bit more off of this, just a skosh, so it will fit through the sidekick. And then we will make roof a little taller. So this is gonna be the bottom. This is gonna be the top, and then we can just make it as tall as we want when we put the roof on. We gotta cut a little off the side. This is ridiculous. That was a debacle. We're gonna put that over there. I am just glad that I've done the rest of these with the sidekick. I don't know about that one yet. We're not gonna throw her under the bus. Maybe she's just not good at teeny tiny things. Here we go. Let's try this again. All right, note to self, from now on for this project, everything has to be small enough to fit in the sidekick. And I have found, having done this kind of thing for a very long time, that I would be willing to bet that I'm going to love the different color paper on this even more than I would have loved the original kind. So please, please, please don't. Pushing down. Pushing down. These newfangled machines. My old sidekick, or my old Big Shot is probably 10 years old. So definitely I am not used to having a lot of force and pressure and things like that. It'll be fine. All will be well. All right, where's our entry doors? We're gonna put that back. Okay, whew. Jeez Louise. That was a little harrowing. Okay, we're gonna cut this off. Grainy glasses. Okay. Good golly, Miss Molly. See, this will fit right over my entryway, and there'll be a door on each side. Beautiful. Okay, now I do feel like I want to glue my, oh, I don't want to glue that on until we do the windows. Let's see, what did our main window plan look like? Okay, here we go. Now, I think I want a little bit bigger window, Jeez Louise. Bigger window action. But I also want to do some brickwork or something along this bottom. Let's not throw out our entryway, but we can get rid of all this other little piddly stuff. Okay, I think we can go back to using this since we have a different side, these guys. And let's use, okay, so it's going to come down a little bit, so our windows should be about in the middle. Okay, these are are these the same size? Those are not the same size. Oh, you're messing with me, Holtz. Are these the same size? Those are the same size. Okay, perfect. Because, don't forget, we're going to cut out the middles of them so we can put our frames on. So we just need a way to get these guys in a line. Okay, I feel like this guy is not straight. Too many. One too many. Because I want to have their little frames be prominent. We want some. So now I'm going to do 3. And I want to get them lined up this way so that I can put washi tape on them. There we go. Don't move them. I think that'll be fine. I kind of want to move them over a skosh. I didn't put them on where I wanted them. I was just getting them on my washi tape. Okay, so let's kind of line these up with the top of the door frame like thus. We want to get them stuck. These 2 papers are stuck together still, and we'll run them through the sidekick. It always does better if you put the little parts with the pointy downies where it says cutting pad in. Okay, I am going to make sure these went all the way through. Yep. I am going to do this over again. I am going to cut their window frames out. I'm going to cut their windows out, their window glass out, and put it in, and I will be back. You've been gone for a hot minute, and I have been working. So oops, stuff's flying around. I haven't glued this down at all. I put this side of the roof on, and it's a little shaky, but I may put some strapping tape or something along here to kind of shore that up. This is both sides of the bottom. I did door, and this door works, and the other door works. They're probably a little glued together, but they'll come apart. Door, so you can see all the way through both doors. I did windows. They all have windows. And then what's going to happen here is this is going to slide in here. Whoops. Whoopsie daisy. This is going to slide in here like thus. And that's going to sit on there. Now, I don't even know I have to glue this. This is tight. But I will probably put a bead of glue on there. I just want to try to eyeball it straight. There we go. And then I have a gap over here to put this in and get that stuck on there. Yay us. But I don't want to do that until we go over to the book. But first, I wanted to do the cupola. And I didn't leave this top open. I was like, oh crap, I didn't leave the top open. But what I can do is I can put it on like this, glue it down. Now that's way too big, obviously, but glue it down and then put the roof on, and then the shingles for the roof will go over top of that. Also, I did go ahead and put window frames on there, and it's amazing how they finish off that piece. So what we're going to do is we're going to make our cupola, and this is the manor die. There is this one, and there is this wider one, okay? But when you look at the dimensions of my house, this would kind of be about the size of a cupola, right? If it was that wide, then it's covering top of the house. So we're gonna use these 2 dies to make the 2 sides of our cupola. And I do still have some of this, so we're going to use this. Do we have, oh, we have plenty for both sides. There we go. Because I don't actually need the flange, right, the flare out. I just need the inside part, because it's 2D. If it was 3D, we would need both of those. Now let's find our tape again. Let's not hide part of our building. I've been finding parts of my building all over the place. So we got to go through both sets of these. So we want to make sure this gets stuck down really good. Do I need both sets of these? No, this is the roof. This needs to be black. I lied to you. Do not become discouraged. It'll happen a lot. Okay, so this cupola top, this is a cupola side. Okay, so we're going to do this. Do not cross the streams on your dies or you will ruin your dies. Faux show. Okay, and I have found with this level of paper, I need to put a little paper shim in there to get it to cut through. It's pretty decent paper. It is 184 pounds, so this is really quite nice paper. So I needed to put a shim, and I have to go through 4 times to get it to really cut. Now, if I was using the big die cutter, I might not have to roll as much, but I really like this because we're gonna cut our 2 cupolas, right? And then there's 1, there's 2. Oh, this has happened before. The washi tape is holding it in. Okay, there we go. And then we could probably use that to make our window frames. I have found that making these, I'm using up lots of my scraps, which is super fun because I don't always get to use up my scraps. That just goes back in there, Manor House, you see that? Okay, we need to figure out how big to make this, the sides of the cupola, so we can put our roof on. And if you're mad about how I say it, I'm super sorry. Okay, so we need to take off a fair bit. I'm super sorry, but I learned how to say it reading it, and it's probably when I was a little girl, like reading about Joe Marsh up in the tower or whatever. It's I just don't know how people in the real world say it. Okay, let's see. Let's cut off this little edge, and it's got an amazing little channel right here. You can't see it, but I can see it, to just cut this little schnoogie off, and we have a perfect rooftop. Now, it would take me 4.5 years and 20 tries. Oh, I gotta cut the top tab off too. 20 tries to get that to work, okay? I am not, ooh, does that look cute? Ooh, I kind of like it with, oh, it's going to be really hard with the siding. Otherwise, I would leave it on. If you weren't going to put roof shingles on, I would just leave that top little piece because that's really cool. There's some things that we get to do because we're making it 2D rather than 3D that the 3D people wouldn't be able to do. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're gonna get our red stuff, and this is the front of my house, so I'm gonna make this look as beautiful as I can, and then the back is just gotta manage itself. Okay, so we're gonna put our roof on. So I'm gonna get my glue out. I'm gonna put my roof on this one and get it nice and set on there. Oh, you know what we should probably do? Let's do our window first. We're gonna take our glue off there. So let's think about this. We have this on here. What kind of window would we like? I think I go with, so I have 3 different kinds of windows. Little baby dormer windows. Oh, I have 4 kinds of windows. A circly window. Ooh, that's kind of cool. A circly window, and then these transom windows. So I almost think, hold on, I think I would like, so if I do these 2 transom windows this way, I think I would like that. So that's what I'm going to do. I like lots of windows. So we are going to put them towards the middle, and then we need a little bit of room between them to put our window frames like that. And this is getting really squished, so now I have to fold it over. Okay, nice and stuck. Our shim is over top of it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, you know what else we can do real quick? That's super easy to do. We are going to take this little piece of black we have here, right? And we are going to get the multiple window frames. This one I don't have to be as fussy about because we have that big giant piece of black paper. Okay, that's ridiculous. But giant for that tab. And I don't try to save paper. I have a whole paper pad of it. My feeling is I would like it to be fun to do this. And the more fun I can make it, so for me, not fussing about a little piece of paper is more fun than if I fret about a little piece of paper. Okay, here we go. Get our hat pin and poke this out. Ooh, those came out great. All right, all clean. This goes back over here. I don't know if you can see that. It's my magnetic sheet. We pop these windows out. Oh, I need another set of that. Gosh darn it. I should have turned it the other way. Because I need 2 for the one side and 2 for the other side, right? Oh my goodness. But do you know what I have here? Another little piece of paper. Like I said, my fun is not conserving paper. My fun is making these little houses, and I'm having a blast. Wait till you see. We're going to put it on the page. Don't go away, because if you're bored with this, just fast forward. Otherwise, you'll miss putting it on the page, because that's the last thing I'm going to do today. But we're going to put it on that mixed media background. And there's a trick. I've been thinking about it. Here we go. Is that all we need? Please let it be all we need. Ooh, nicely done, Schiffer. I'm so good. If you wonder why I call myself Schiffer, that was my maiden name. So I'm Tara Lee Schiffer Jacobson. There we go. There we go. Yay. This we can cut off, right? Because this is a smushed piece. We don't want to keep that around. My shim is okay still. This gets put away. Did the windows get put away? Where's, oh, baby windows. Did we only do one? Oh, we only did one. Why didn't you tell me? All right, this will slot right back down into that space because there's going to be grooves for it. Can't believe you didn't. Were you yelling for me? Were you like, you didn't put the other one down? But as we say here at the Jacobson household, if that's the worst thing that happens today, it's a very good day. All right, we're going to put this together. We're going to slide this right into, see, it just sits right in there because it already is cut out. And I need those holes to be opposite each other, right? So that I can put my little piece of mica in there. But this should go right through. 2, 3. We'll check because I didn't do the shim, but it's only one little piece of scrapbook paper. We're not on the big black paper. Oh yeah, there we go. Perfect. Okay. Nicely done us. Okay, so we need a tiny piece of mica. Ooh, this is a good one. 4 in here. I like when it gets skinny and I don't have to peel it apart. That mica is just natural sheets of mica tiles. Put them in here and you stick them down and then you have glass on your windows, which just makes me so very happy. And nobody else may ever notice that there's glass in my windows, but I like that there's glass in my windows. All right, so we're gonna make this the top and the other the bottom, because we can always cut off the top or we could cut off the bottom. Let's see if this is kind of straight. It got a little wonky. But you know what? We have a superpower. Scissors, right? Look at that. Totally fixed. Okay. So now let's see. Do we want to cut, which is the bottom? This is the bottom. This is the top. Let's cut at least that weird piece off and see where we wind up. Oh, I think that's perfect, don't you? Okay, hold on. So this is going to go here. And we need room for our windows. And then it's going to have a little hat. Yeah, I think we need to make it as short as physically possible. So we're going to take another titch off of here. We're going to put our window frames on, and then we're going to get our roof as close to there as we can get, because it's a little bit out of proportion. But as I tell you all the time, you and I are the only ones who are going to be this all up in my cupola. Everybody else will just be like, oh my gosh, it's Santa's workshop. So you don't get to be judgy of me, and you don't get to be judgy of you. You just do the best you can, right? All right, we got to straighten this. That window frame got really crooked. Little crooked, fine. Really crooked, not okay. All right, now we're going to do this. I think I might have glued the wrong side, but you know what? All will be well. Do you know why? Because this is going to be covered with the windows. And then we're going to cut off part of it, and part of it's going to be covered with the roof. And then another roof. There's going to be a tiny bit of it showing. Nobody will ever know, except for you, Judgy Parker. I am so excited with how this is turning out. And it's the little window frames that are life, right? Okay, I feel like this is a little bit wider on this side. So let's do this side a tiny bit. There we go. Oh, that's much better. That made a huge, sometimes little things make a huge difference. That's our bottom. So let's cut off this extra phalange of this bottom. I don't know what's going on there. We're going to glue this top. We're going to put this on, and then we're going to put it in our book. Oh, this is exciting. Look at how freaking cute this is. And then I'm going to roofing tiles it, right? It's going to be cool. All right, there's our side. Here's our top. We're going to open this up. We're going to spray glue in here. Oh, let's make sure how much we need. Yep, that's what we need. All right, we're going to spray glue in this side. We're going to spray glue in that side. We're going to stick it on. How does our other side look? There we go. Gorgeous. Uh-oh, it's crooked. There we go. Gorgeous. All right. Now, I wanted to show you something because this didn't work out either. I know you're thinking, what the heck am I watching for if nothing you do works out? But I know how to fix everything because I've made all these mistakes before. So that's what you're watching for. Okay, so I have this gap down here, right? And I'm going to stick it in here so that it will go on both sides, right? But if I go any further than that, my my windows will break, and you'll have that. So you know what we need to do? We need to cut some more of this. And always turn, so I want it to be right there, okay? So I need it to cut to there, okay? So always turn your book to make it easy for you to do this. There's my mark. We're going to come along here, and just in case we change our mind, we're not going to make it a square cut, right? Just in case. As you've seen over and over and over again, stuff happens. Okay, so now let's stick this on both sides. There we go. Perfect. Let's see if this fits. That doesn't quite fit yet, so we got to go over more. Oh, we got to go over more. Boop, boop, boop. It's easy to cut more off. It's hard to stick it back on once you cut too much. So just keep nibbling away until you're happy. And this is why you wanted your reinforcing bars on the outside of your pages, because this page is getting really not stable. Ooh, we're like a centimeter away. Can we do it? This goes in there. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna cheat that side a little bit. Now, that'll go in there just fine. This is here. This is there. The only thing that isn't going to be fine is the back of this, is the back of the roof, and this is the back of the roof that I haven't put on yet. So we want to glue this little piece onto this piece right here. Okay. We want to glue this whole bottom, yep, with an emphasis on this little part where it's going to touch here to there, like that. We want to glue this corner and this whole bottom together, like that. These windows, I'm going to be able to get this one, but these other windows I'm not going to be able to get. We're just going to have to live with it. What can we do? Let's think about what we can do. Because this would, cutting that part, can we cut that much of the integrity of that page? See how this is going to come up here? Can we cut the integrity of, well, why not? Let's go for broke. In for a penny, in for a pound. Okay, so we need, okay, here we go. You all pull yourself together over on this page. You get out of that channel. Okay. Okay, okay. There we go. We got our windows to work. Okay. So now we have to glue the bejesus out of this, because this is what's going to help a little bit of the integrity of our page continue to hold up. There we go. Get that back in that slot. Get this here. Push that in there. Okay. Okay. Now, oh, I have to take off a tiny bit more of this. This is never going to work with the bend of this book. Sometimes the spine of the book dictates what we can do. And then we have to glue this part down right there. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3. We can do 4 up here if we want. I don't know yet what we're going to do with that. Let's turn our page. Don't fall, don't fall, don't fall. Okay, okay. This needs to go on here. That does not look bad with that there. So I'm 99% sure only you or I would notice it was there, so we're going to glue that down too. Hold on, hold on. Okay, flat, flat, flat. We're going to glue this very, very top of this right here to this page, right there. Flat, flat, flat. We're going to put this candle on there. There we go. Ah! Now we're going to find that extra piece of roof. There it is. See this piece of roof? That goes right there. We got to cut it off right here. Oh, I should have my granny glasses for this. There we go. See how we do that? This is going to help hold this on. And if you are thinking that this does not seem worth it, to do all this just to have the windows see through, then you don't have to do that, right? Like, that's just my jam. I just think it's cool that you can see through. I like a flip page. I've made lots of them in my books. In fact, I have one whole journal that's nothing but flip pages because I like them. But if you don't like flip pages, if that isn't what, oops, makes you excited about doing this, then just don't do it. Just make it one page and don't be unhappy. Because this was seriously kerfuffly, right? And I am going to close this book, and I will come back and show it to you what it looks like when the glue is all dry. Get in there. Okay, I'm back just a little while later, and if you're thinking this just looks like I put all kinds of stuff on this book, it's because I just put all kinds of stuff on this book to make it heavy. So, let's see if we stuck our page together. That's stuck. This is stuck. We can turn our page. This isn't very stuck. All right. This guy we're just going to have to bend around here. And maybe we can put some other stuff on him. I feel like this part isn't stuck and it could be stuck better. So we're just going to put a wee bit of glue in here. But overall, I am super happy. So glue works by being sticky and having pressure. So if your glue isn't working, make sure you put a little pressure on it. And that can help it stick. Can we really crease this and cheat that? Let's see. Let's see before we go. Don't we have a bone folder? All right, we're going to use this part of our pen as our bone folder. That will bend over time around there, and it will be fine. Oh gosh, we also have to glue this down here. Do we want to do that yet? Yes. There we go. And this glue dries clear. If your glue doesn't dry clear, you probably don't want to be as avant-garde as I am, or laissez-faire, I think is what I'm going for, about all the glue all over. But this is a super solid, hooked on all the corners, hooked on the top, my page turns. This is a wiener. And I'm probably going to gain a little bit down here because I think I'm going to do a stone footer on my house. Let's get our doors working. There we go. Part of what I love about this Tim Holtz Village is that everything is actually real, right? Like you have little doors that work. I have windows in my windows. I just think this is so wicked cool. I could maybe have done something there. I think I'll probably put, you know, ephemera or a star or something right there. But this is it for this one. Next we come back. Oh, you're going to want to come back because I'm doing the candy shop next. My next favorite thing that I want to do, I got to find it. Hold on before you go, is the candy shop next door. Look at that. So we're going to have nice big windows. We're going to have a black roofs. We're going to have all kinds of cool stuff to go along with that. So you won't want to miss it. Hopefully that helps. Tara Jacobson, Artsy for Tea Life.